Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Outdoor Adventures Canada. That's right, education for the great outdoors. On today's video, we are still out here at Breezy Point, just north of Selkirk in Manitoba, Canada, and it is day one of open water fishing season here in the southern part of Manitoba. So we're gonna go for, I don't know, we're gonna try and maybe catch some catfish, walleye. There's a whole lot of species here. As I'm videoing, there's just a massive fish just jumped in the water here, so I can't wait to get the lines in the water. Enjoy a cup of coffee this morning. So come on back. Got some cool recipes and hopefully some good fishing. And who knows? You might learn a thing or two. I can't believe I just recorded nothing. So I'm standing here talking to myself, and we got some people next to us here at another, just a little bit down the river, and they're looking at me kind of strange. But hey, that's what it is. Welcome back, everybody, to another video here. I am Jeff, your outdoor instructor, and welcome to Outdoor Adventures Canada. That's right, education for the great outdoors. So, day number one of the official opening of fishing season here in southern Manitoba, and we're going to start off with some breakfast. I don't know about you guys, but myself, I know when I'm outdoors, I kind of tend to get busy doing stuff during the day. I don't really eat. I don't make things. So breakfast for me, at least when I'm outdoors, is rather important. So on today's menu, what have we got? Well, potato. We're going to turn that into hash browns. We're also going to add some onions, some cheese to that. We've got some bacon. We're going to cook that up. I'm going to save some of that bacon for our recipe that I'm going to do later in the video called Bacorn. You're going to want to stick around for that. What else have we got? Oh, yeah, eggs. Got to have eggs and toast. So a simple breakfast, not complicated. Now, if you like oatmeal, you do you. I'm a big bacon and egg guy. I've settled quite a few business deals over morning breakfast, and just I'm a breakfast guy. So anyway, let's get to it. Stick around. Well, breakfast is ready. Check this out. Oh, bacon, eggs, cheesy onion, hash browns. Oh, you know, who says you can't eat good when you're camping, right? Uh, it's just, it scares a lot of people away when they go outdoors. Yeah, I'm indoors, right? But I'm outdoors. Does that make sense? Just still a little bit chilly this morning, so I thought I'd come in, sit down, have a nice breakfast, and we're gonna get some fishing happening here. So yeah, no, breakfast doesn't have to be complicated when you're camping. Um, you can even prep a lot of stuff if you got dicing and slicing, or anything you want to pre-do at home, put into some Ziploc bags or some Tupperware containers, pack those. uh, I'm fortunate, I have a workspace here that I can do all that. But yeah, if you want to make it easy on yourself, best thing to do, if you can freeze it, because in this way, when you put everything in your cooler, it's going to keep other things cool as well, and you don't have to spend all that money on ice and have it leak all over the place. So just a couple of quick tips. So I'm going to go and enjoy my breakfast. Stick around, we're going to go do some fishing after this. All right. So one of the things that kind of a little bit gets overlooked when people go out camping is well, campsite cleanliness. Well, there's a lot of critters making their way. I made the mistake last night. I forgot my bucket. So I just had a garbage bag, and I had a skunk come through last night, woke me up at about 3 in the morning, rummaging through my bag, the garbage bag. So had a little bit of a mess to clean up this morning, but that's on me. Normally what I would do is I would just have like you know, a pail, 20-liter pail, 5 gallon, whatever it is in the US, I think 5 gallon. Um, and yeah, put the garbage in there, put a lid on it. This way the critters won't be going through it. The other thing too is dishes, right? Um, you don't want to. I mean, you could put them in a bag and take them home and wash them when you get home. I like to do it right. I have the opportunity. I do it right here on site. And what I use are just I just use a couple of small uh, wash basins, one for wash, one for dry. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me just lower it down a little bit here for you. There we go. Yeah, a little bit of bleach in the rinse water, maybe half a cup. Um, dish soap. But here's the important thing, guys. Um, put everything in a Ziploc bag. Sponges, soaps. I have hand sanitizer. I put mine in a Ziploc bag that keeps it in case something happens. The lid pops off, or the bottle breaks. It's going to stay inside the Ziploc bag. It's not going to get all over your camp box. So, yeah, a simple thing. Just keeping up on dishes. I know hey, it takes 10 minutes out of your day. Um, I I try to use potable water. I bring water with me. You don't need a lot. I have maybe a liter, right? Half a gallon-ish per each. And then, yeah, that's enough to do dishes. Let them air dry. Put a couple of towels down. But yeah, the less stuff you can have laying around, dirty dishes, garbage, you're not going to invite critters to your campsite, especially those skunks, because uh, as beautiful as it is, you don't want to stay out here and wait for that smell to go away before you go back home. All right, guys, thanks. All right, there you have it, guys. First cast of 2025. I know we're gonna have a lot of fun this year. Uh, yeah, a lot more videos to come. You'll notice I got my big catfish rig set up here. Lots, like I said, I mean, we're talking heads on these suckers this big. I'm without a word of a lie. If we catch one, we'll definitely bring you along for the ride, because I tell you, it is a ride. Uh, Last one I caught was over 30 pounds, and it took 45 minutes to land. They do fight. Oh, I just got some shrimp on it, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, looking forward to a lot of outdoor adventures this year. Uh, so be sure to stay tuned. And again, thanks for watching. Be sure, like I said, if you can, help the channel out. Hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up if you like what you're watching, and hit that notification bell so when I upload videos, you'll know, and it'll be an incentive for me to upload more videos more often. So that's it for now, guys. Hope you learned a thing or two. Still down. Hey everybody, well, opening day of fishing here in the South Manitoba Canada region. I've already got my catfish rod and set up in there. I got a nice big catfish hook, and I'm just simply using shrimp, raw shrimp for bait. So we'll see what we can catch with that. But in the meantime, I'm getting another setup ready to go. in Manitoba here in the Red River, and which drains into Lake Winnipeg. And here's an interesting fact for you, if you don't know. The Red River is the only river in North America that flows north across the international border between Canada and the United States. Bet you didn't know that. There, see? You learned something today. Anyway, I get another fishing rod set up to catch walleye. Uh, Walleye, greenbacks, pickerel. It's all this. It's the same fish, just different names. And one thing that's very popular here is what we call a pickerel rig. Um, they come in different sizes of hooks. This one is a number one hook, and just simply open the package. And there's a couple of different parts to this. Here's what you're going to need. Obviously, your hooks. The thing with pickerel rigs, when they package them, everything gets tangled up. So these are the hooks, and they have barbs on them. And in where I'm fishing, you have to pinch the barbs. Just it's healthier for the fish, less trauma to the fish. So the other thing that is part of this pickerel rig is, I guess, the rig itself, and it allows you to run. So here's the thing: our fishing regulations, you can have a maximum of 2 hooks on 1 rod. You can't have 2 single hooks on 2 rods. You can only have 1 rig or 1 rod with 2 hooks. And these red pieces here, let's put that there so you can see it. That's where the hook's attached to. At one end is a barrel swivel that attaches to your line, and then at the other end is a snap hook or a snap for weights. So some of these things are brutal to open up, so I like to carry a little multi-tool with me. Just pop that open here. Now the current is still pretty strong here on the Red River, so I'm actually going to double weight this to try and keep it in place. I just simply because I don't have a large enough weight. There, that's what that looks like. Focus. There we go. So I'm not going to show you guys how to tie knots. There's millions of videos out there tying knots. So I'm going to set this up, and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, if you've never set up a pickerel rig before, this is kind of it's very popular for shore fishing because you can throw it in and just wait. You don't have to jig, or you don't have to use your spoons or anything like that. But just kind of want to give you, I've got pretty much most of it set up right now. The hook itself, it's got a barb on it. And like I said, our regulation says that you have to pinch the barb. Now, it's not going to be perfect, I'll tell you right now, but if our conservation officer comes by and he pulls it out of the water and he sees the marks, and you can see the marks on it, it's not rocket science, right? I don't know how well the camera's going to pick that up. Probably not. But we pinch the barb. But here's the other thing at the other end of the hook is it has this little loop. Excuse me. So what you're going to do is the rig here has an opening at the end. You're going to take the loop of the hook and you're going to pass it through the loop or the opening of the rig. Then, once you've done that, take the hook through the loop of the other side of the hook, okay, and basically just let it hook on itself. Okay. I will tell you, be very careful when you're doing this. These hooks they're They're worse than scalpels. I got one in my thumb. I had to go to the emergency room a couple of years ago at 4 in the morning because I was getting ready, and I ripped open a package, and the hook went into my thumb, and of course it still had the barb on it. So, but that's a story for another day. Anyway, that's what we have. Let me show you what we're going to use for bait. Hang on. All right, the meal of choice for the walleye today. We have some night crawlers, some worms, and frozen minnows. They're not frozen anymore. They've been out. Um, this is it's the most popular combination that people use for open water fishing. They also use them for ice fishing too. These frozen minnows, but it's more popular to use live bait. But coming up in the future, oh, you know how I know these are last year's stock? Because the lid snapped and broke. Plastic gets brittle. So, but there we go. Shiners, as they're called. So what I like to do is get one of my hooks here. Uh, I put a minnow on one hook, and I put a piece of worm on the other, and then I see what they're going to bite, and then I'll switch to that for both hooks. So, real simple. Grab yourself a shiner, grab yourself a minnow, and what I like to do is, and there's different ways of doing it. You can Google how to bait a hook. What I like to do is I open their mouth a little bit here, and then I come up right back through the back of the head, back of the neck there, and then I spin it around, and I bring the minnow back. Okay, pretty simple. You'll probably tear a bunch. Also, if you try to put it frozen, you have to let them thaw a little bit. The other thing with the worm, those are pretty straightforward. But if you've never done that before, trying to open this without tearing the snot out of the lid. Yum. No, I'm just kidding. Usually what I do with these is I only go half a worm. Oh. Make sure that lid is closed. And you're gonna get dirty, right? So have yourself a rag or a towel close by. Basically with the worm, you start at one end and basically feed the hook through the worm. This is not for the faint of heart, folks. If you're squeamish, you might not like this. Try to get it as centered as you can. Then I come out, and then I go back into the hook. There it is. Simple. I know. I've been doing it for a while. So, and like I said, you're gonna get dirty. I know this goes without saying, but you'd be surprised at how many people they're dealing or they're handling bait, and they go and have a sandwich. Just make sure you clean up first, okay? Anyway, with this package, guys, do us all a big favor. Throw it in your pocket, throw it in your tackle box, put it in a garbage container. Don't just throw it on the ground, okay? Where I am right now, I am just totally disgusted. This has kind of become a dumping ground for people's garbage because it's government-owned land. It's not patrolled. It's not monitored. Um, Nobody lives out here. There's no lights, so people load up their crap and bring it out here and just dump it on the side. I've seen couches this weekend. I've seen a burnt-out car. I've seen just containers and beer cans and coffee cups, and it's utterly disgusting at how we treat our environment. Don't get me wrong, guys. I'm not an environmentalist, but when I spend a lot of time in the outdoors and I see how beautiful it can be, and then I come to a place like this that should be beautiful, and it's just disgusting. So, but here's what I do check the garbage, because I tell you, if I do find anything in that garbage with somebody's address on it, I'm coming for you. I'll load it up in my truck. I'll dump it on your doorstep. If you think I'm lying, wait till it happens, and I'll bring you guys along. I'll show you the video. Anyway, that's it for now. I'm gonna go throw this in the water. We'll see if we catch anything, and if we do, uh, obviously I'll let you know. Thanks, guys. See you in a bit.